Times are changing. That is what is going on in the real estate market and many industries today. We see this as AI comes online. We see this as a new administration enters the scene. All of the rules of the game are adjusting to fit these new situations that we find ourselves in. And this week I posted about easy markets making agents and hard markets revealing them. And so let's dive in really quickly and break down what I mean by that and the background behind this statement. Now, let's begin with easy markets, right? And define that. What is an easy market? Well, an easy market is something where essentially the barrier to entry is low, meaning anybody can typically come into this market. You'll find these in a lot of new industries that are coming around because the rules haven't even been established yet, right? So there's two ways to think about this. One is the new industries such as AI or the forefront of social media or the forefront of the internet, right? When they're just getting going, they could be considered easy markets simply because there is massive growth. There's no established players, and anyone can typically figure out what's going on and jump in and get in the game right away, right? Now, the other side of the coin is markets that go from potentially being hard or sort of neutral to then being easy markets. And this happened specifically in real estate back in 2020, 2021, early 2022. Where interest rates fell to all-time historic lows, and anyone could essentially put in the week or two of effort to go get their real estate license. And because the interest rates were so low, there were people everywhere trying to take action in this market. And in many cases, all that was required for success was having your license and being available. And so you saw a lot of very seasoned agents be slow to react to these changing market conditions. And the new kids on the block got their license, jumped in, didn't know what was happening, but just said, let's make it happen, and started doing deals, right? And in many cases, the lenders, the title companies, maybe it was the listing agent on the other side, they were able to shepherd those deals through. And a very new agent on the buy side who didn't know what was going on was able to basically get pulled through to the finish line, right? And so the level of skill required to succeed in an easy market was very, very low. They didn't really know how to lead generate traditionally. The business was just everywhere. So it was like shooting fish in a barrel. All of the partners sort of had the experience, and so they were kind of pulling everyone along, and the rewards and the incentives were very high, right? If you could close just a few deals a year, you could make an extra $25,000. And so these easy market conditions that we had in real estate in that pandemic era, that low interest rate era, created a whole lot of agents. That's what I say, easy markets make agents. And we ended up seeing a ballooning of the number of actively licensed people in the real estate market. Now, what's interesting is we have now gone to the other side of this, right? We're out of that easy market time frame where interest rates have gone from 3 to 6.5, 7, and we would now be in what I would consider a hard market. This is one where it's very difficult to generate a significant amount of business for a lot of agents, right? There are certainly maybe the luxury agents, the new construction agents that are finding great success, and it might be easier in those areas. But overall, the general market is very difficult for a lot of people. Suddenly, it is not just taking orders as fast as possible, fulfilling them, and getting paid. It is, no, I got to go find people. I got to use my skills and expertise to help guide them through this process. And it's going to try to blow up on us at every single stage, right? When we get the pre-approval numbers, that's a chance for it to blow up. When we get just looking at the properties, there might be a lot of properties out there, but sellers are treating it like it's still 2021. So maybe they won't give as much. you're seeing a lot of outdated properties, so maybe they just don't fit the needs. And you're seeing that home inspections are also making major waves. And then we have to go through the loan approval process. Right now, appraisals typically aren't an issue, so that's no big deal. But you can see it's much harder than it was back in the day for people to do businesses. And so what is happening is this hard market is revealing who the true players are, who the real agents are. And these are people who are skilled at their craft, who are continually learning how to succeed in this world. And these are agents that are true masters of their local market, right? They understand now that to get a deal done, to help people understand which route they should take and how they should go forward, they are learning about their market at a very deep level. And so as I think about this, it ultimately does, though, end up being very cyclical. You might have heard the phrase that easy times make soft people, and soft people make hard times, and hard times make hard people, and hard people make easy times. And it's a cycle, right? Basically, this continuation of things get difficult, people have to get very skilled, and then eventually things get a little bit easier because they are skilled. And then those easy times cause you to take a little bit of a break, to relax, and then the hard times come back, right? We also see this in industries where industries are very profitable. They have a lot of potential and it attracts a lot of participants. They then get ultra competitive. Everybody starts cutting their prices to compete. Everybody starts to really have to buckle down to stay in business and win, and that makes the industry much less attractive. It causes consolidation where people merge. You see maybe teams formed, you see people leave the business, and then that ultimately opens it back up and it's a more profitable industry. Same thing happens. So this is one of those thoughts that I would say the main point of this is to just remind yourself, because if you're a real estate agent who's made it through, either you were on the scene before the pandemic, or maybe you came on the scene in the pandemic, but you've continued to do this and make it through, and you've really honed your craft, you have now been revealed as a true agent. And you should take a moment to pat yourself on the back, because it is not easy out there. It is challenging. But what I do think we are going to find is that these hard times will produce easy times down the road, as either your competition leaves the market, we fully adapt to the new rules of the game, and most importantly, we figure out how to play the rules better, right? All the best players of any game understand how to take advantage of the rules for their advantage, to win, to succeed, to maintain competitive advantages against their competition. And I think that that's where we're headed, right? And so hopefully this has been something that is illuminating. It's something that helps you to see the market a little bit different, but most importantly, gives you perspective as you move forward. If you're still in this market, you are now battle tested and ready to go, and that will produce dividends for you in the future. So thank you for being with me today. My name is Dr. Alex Stewart, founder of the Market Distillery, and I wish you the best.